Hi guys, today's a video that is going to encourage you and help you stay clear in your mindset of how to proceed when little bumps come up in your 3D reality, specifically talking about if that is with other people. You know, people not necessarily interfering, because a lot of the times it's your friends or family or someone, you know, just curious or wanting to help, wanting to support you and catch up with you. They don't mean to trigger you, but sometimes you can end up spiraling. So I'm going to talk today, because this was a requested video from a viewer about a month ago, a couple weeks ago. I had it on my phone and I thought, let me get this done today. I thought it was a good idea, something I haven't spoken about in a while. So if you do want to hear more about this, please do thumbs up and turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel, because you'll be up to date as soon as I post all my manifestation content, and it would mean a lot to me. I do offer coaching. If you do want to get one-on-one support with me, you would like to get written coaching via email or Instagram, help with all your manifestation issues and questions, I offer services. On screen will be one or two things that I offer, and then you can check below from the description box. My Instagram is LOA Coaching and all the information is there, and my email should it be on screen from the little image and screenshot I just showed, as well as listed on my Instagram. So now let's get started. You're the only person with free will in your reality. Other people, regardless of what they say, and this usually is to do with a person, an SP, getting your heart broken, your emotions being attached to it, so usually manifesting your specific person. Doesn't matter if you're whoever, I'm not going to name it because it could be anyone, but it doesn't matter if that other person is talking to you and saying, whether it's written on the phone, to your face, whatever, you know, your SP has moved on, you know, why would they want you back in their life? I'm sorry, you know, they've made it obvious they don't want you or whatever. Even if they say in a super nice way, like, I think maybe you should look to other options, I think you would be really happy with someone else, something like that. It's okay if you get triggered, because you're a human and sometimes we can't control our natural reactions, that's okay. But remember, and I'll explain how to deal with it, but remember that even that itself, them saying that to you, it's not an objective fact. They are not God. They are not the Wizard of Oz, you know, they're not a psychic. They're not here to tell you this is your reality, this is exactly how it is. You know, they're not some all-knowing being or higher power. They don't have the ability to tell you what your reality is. You persist in your affirmations because you know it works. You know that the 3D reflects your inner thoughts, and if you repeat the right ones, it's going to reflect outwards as well. So even if someone else in your reality, whether it's your mum or your best friend, it doesn't matter, they can say anything negative that they want. It doesn't mean it's true for you. It doesn't mean it's true in your reality. It doesn't make it objective in any way. So as you are the only one with free will in your reality, it's up to you to decide, am I going to accept what they said or not? Am I going to take it on board? Am I going to let it affect me mentally and emotionally and, you know, start to panic and think, oh my gosh, this is the truth. They said it because everyone knows it and this is just the way it is. No, you don't react that way. That's how we probably all would have in the past without knowing manifestation. Probably all get upset and think, oh my gosh, they're so right, they're giving me the best advice. Now you say, you know, you can gracefully and graciously say thank you, or okay, I understand your perspective, or okay, yeah, definitely something to take into consideration. Acknowledge what they said, you know, let them speak their mind, but don't listen like fully. Just let them say it, acknowledge it, say thank you, or, you know, just accept it basically in whatever way you can without going into panicking, be like, you're right because they didn't text me, or oh my gosh, that's so true, I won't get the job because I didn't do this and my manager said this to me last month. Don't start going into that kind of negative spiraling conversation. Accept it and say okay, or yeah, perhaps you're right, and then immediately go in your mind and say, SP loves me, I have the job, I have the money, everything's working out for me perfectly. Whatever it is, start looping it, and that is your mental diet. So it is up to you not to mentally react, or at the very least, teach yourself to not mentally react over time. So build up the habit, which is done through daily practice and repetition. Every day being on top of your mental diet, every day telling yourself, SP loves me, SP loves me. I only manifest positive things. My affirmations work instantly. Whatever it is, you build it up day by day, especially in those negative moments when you do start to doubt or something comes up, because that is where you will be able to retrain your mind and start telling yourself, we don't panic about this anymore. That old story that we used to worry about is not coming up in our mind anymore. This is what we're focusing on with repetition. That's kind of what you're teaching your mind. And it's easy for me to say, just don't react. But here I'm telling you it's okay to do it step by step, day by day, over time. It doesn't mean you have to click your fingers and just go, okay, I no longer panic. I assume that SP's in love with me and that's the way it is. If it were that easy, manifestation coaches, I wouldn't really have a job because you guys would get everything within days just by saying this is my assumption, right? So it's a little bit more complicated because of our emotions, which can bring up the negative doubt. You start to forget about the old story and mentally let go of that old story because you've repeated the new one so much. It will build up into almost an automated response where you no longer react. You say, okay, I'm not sure why, my best friend's saying this about my manifestation, even though they may not know it's your manifestation, about this topic, about my SP, about my job, whatever. But I know for a fact that I'm manifesting what I want. I know I'm having the job, I'm getting that promotion. I know that SP and I are going to get married. Whatever the case may be, you will start to believe it yourself. So it can build up over time. It's the mental repetition, the mental focus. So it doesn't need to be done instantly. So if you do react and start to panic from what someone said, it's okay. You just build up the practice and skill every day. And do keep in mind, even though we are the only ones with free will in our reality, it's unlikely that we will be able to manifest a 100% perfect response from everybody. You would have to work on a lot of different type of assumptions over a period of time to get strangers, your family, your friends, your colleagues, celebrities, whoever, anyone that you engage with in any capacity, whether it's watching them on a screen or speaking to them in real life, for everybody in your reality to always tell you exactly what you want to hear and always be super nice and positive. It's going to take a lot, and I just don't think realistically we're ever going to get 100% perfect responses from people, because that's life. And yes, you can manifest it. If you want everyone to always be extremely nice and considerate to you, you can totally manifest that. But I'm just saying realistically, in the moment, without putting that work in, you're going to get sometimes people saying things maybe you don't like, maybe people asking you about your SP when you don't want to talk about it. Things like that will come up. And it's something we should maybe expect that, sometimes every now and again, someone in your reality is going to say something you don't quite like, and that's okay. It's up to you not to mentally react. It's up to you to decide they can say it, but it doesn't make it true. So do keep in mind and be prepared to apply your mental diet, because like I just said, every now and again, whether it's your mum, your friend, someone you haven't seen in a long time asking you awkward questions that you don't really want to answer because you're manifesting it, just be prepared those things may come up. That specifically will not impact your manifestation negatively. I think it's something we forget about, and we hear someone say something we don't like and we get super disappointed. But keep in mind, someone else's opinion, someone saying something to you, doesn't mean your manifestation isn't working or there's something wrong. Or it's a sign of anything bad happening. It's not. It's whatever belief or reflection it came from, it doesn't matter. All that matters is what you repetitively tell yourself. Your reaction to what that person said could define your manifestation unfolding, but the person themselves saying it is completely irrelevant. That's for them to say, that's their opinion. Don't stress about it. Just keep telling yourself, I have this desire, I have this desire, I have this desire. So just keep basically looping your affirmations, and that is going to be part of your mental diet as well. So it's not the one reaction that will instantly create some kind of outcome. I know I just said your reaction defines your manifestation, not someone else's words. But what I mean is a long-term reaction. So if you spiral from one comment from a person, and then for a week straight you just completely spiral and go off the deep end with your manifestation, that could definitely impact the movement and development of it unfolding in your reality. But just reacting once, it's not the end of the world whatsoever. relax, you cried, you got upset, you thought negatively, that's okay. Pick yourself up, apply your mental diet, and try to remind yourself to get into a pattern. As soon as I hear something negative, I immediately go in my mind and loop an affirmation, just even 3 or 4 times. The sooner you release that mental reaction, and the sooner you learn to not even mentally react and stay so strong, become so strong in your conviction and belief that your manifestation will work, people's words will just like slide off you like butter. Like it will just, I don't know where that little analogy came from. Your mental diet is your best friend. I've said this before. It will really, really help you in these kind of moments. Even if you don't believe it, even if you don't believe what you're saying and you think maybe what the other person said could be true, it doesn't matter. The repetition works. So even if your subconscious mind is, even if you yourself are looking at or reacting to something logical, like, oh, there are dark grey clouds in the sky today, it's going to rain. If you keep looping to yourself for about an hour saying it's sunny today, it's perfect sunny, clear blue skies today, if you repeat that for like an hour, guess what? The subconscious mind will take that in because it doesn't understand logic. It doesn't understand that you're looking at a grey, cloudy sky and that there are, you know, rain clouds in the distance. It doesn't understand. What it understands is that for the past hour, you've told yourself about 500 times that it's clear blue skies. So your 3D reality has to reflect that. The weather has to change. I know that sounds a little crazy sometimes. Maybe some people will find that like a really crazy manifestation, but it's true. So it doesn't matter what you're logically hearing or seeing. The repetition works. So don't worry about not believing it, and don't worry if you believe the other person. Just keep repeating what you want to happen. Another thing to keep in mind during those situations where you're not hearing things you want to hear, people are asking you questions or interfering or making a negative remark, it's not, do not try and resolve it. Do not try and argue with them. Don't try and prove a point to them. Don't do anything about it. It's all resolved mentally and internally. So all you need to do is convince yourself, convince your own mind. That's all it takes. So don't try and argue with them or think there's something you have to physically do or say to make the issue better. There is no issue unless you mentally and decide and assume. It's always reserved internally and mentally for yourself, never having a verbal conversation with someone, trying to do something in the 3D to change an outcome or, you know, prove to someone that your manifestation is working. That's not going to help you actually manifest. So just focus on it within yourself. You are the creator of your reality, so take back your power, you know, take back the control and decide and get into that confident state and say, no, other people's words or questions have nothing to do with this. I'm creating my manifestation. No matter what somebody's doubt or, you know, whatever they want to say to me, it's irrelevant if I don't like it because I know what I'm creating. I'm the creator of my reality. So try and get into that confident mindset. You decide the story. So don't let other people define your 3D reality for you. Decide that you're going to put the work in every day to not mentally react as much or just completely stop mentally reacting. You're going to do your mental diet during those moments. You're going to take control and know that you're the creator and that other people in your reality don't have free will. So even if they question you or your manifestation, it's okay. It's not going to change anything. It's going to still bring in your positive outcome because you know that you're putting in the right amount of work. So I hope this video was useful to you guys. If you enjoyed it, then please do thumbs up and subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.